I'll tell you the tale of the Nancy Lee, the ship that got shipwrecked at sea. The bravest man was Captain Brown, 'cause he played his ukulele as the ship went down. All the crew was in despair, some rushed here and some rushed there. But the captain sat in the captain's chair and played his ukulele as the ship went down. Now the captain said to Seaman Jones, you best put on your pumping clothes while you stand and spray your hose. I can play me ukulele as the ship goes down. All the crew was in despair. Some rushed here and some rushed there. But the captain sat in the captain's chair and played his ukulele as the ship went down. Well, the owners signalled to the crew, saying, do the best that you can do. We're only insured for £50. It's a very old song. We'll be out of pocket if the ship goes down. All the crew was in despair. Some rushed here and some rushed there. But the captain sat in the captain's chair and played his ukulele as the ship went down. So I was sort of gifted this song by a fella I used to sing with. We were both in the Navy at the time. His name was Clive Bradbury, but he was known universally as Brad. Sadly gone these many, many years now. And Brad was well known for singing this song, but one night in the Broadside Folk Club, in the old House at Home pub in Loxway Road, Brad turned up with a big piece of vinyl under his arm, and it was a 78 RPM single record. And the landlord, we hadn't started the folk club at the time, we were about a half hour early, the landlord spied it and he says, here, I've got something in my daughter's room that'll play that. So he disappeared upstairs, came back down with a shocking pink Dancetti record player. Does anybody remember those things? And he put it on the bar and played this song. And lo and behold, it was Geraldo and his orchestra. And it was obvious that, I don't know how Geraldo was taking it, but the orchestra were in love with this song. And you could just imagine about 18 players on a stage and just going crazy with this song. But the man who was going craziest was the drummer, the percussionist, because he had designated himself to be the storm, and he was making himself a whole storm on all his drums and instruments and cymbals and stuff. So and what happened was, we were getting towards the end of the side, and he was just really giving it that, and you could hardly hear anything. And then out through the storm of drums, you heard this, 8 bells, sir! Ding, 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 ding. And the drums are still going. And then you heard somebody else say, where's the other 4 bells? They're on the other side of the record. You can explain that one later, yeah. And yeah, so that was it. Well, the captain's wife was on board ship, and he was very glad of it, but she could swim, and she might not drown. So we tied her to the anchor as the ship went down. All the crew was in despair. Some rushed here and some rushed there. But the captain sat in the captain's chair and played his ukulele as the ship went down. The starboard watch was 2 hours slow, but the captain sang "Fellow-de-o-do" and played his ukulele as the ship went down. Last chance, all the crew were